Hello guys, my name is Colin and this is Colin Talks Crypto. I wanted to bring you a quick video update on the predictive nature of the global M2 money supply as it relates to Bitcoin, the stock market, cryptocurrencies, etc. And I did create this chart where I actually added the stock market to it to see how it correlated. And sure enough, it pretty much matches with everything else. And that actually makes total sense because Bitcoin is a risk asset. The S&P 500 represents a basket of risk assets. They're all risk assets, and they all correspond and respond in a similar way to injections of capital and liquidity, which is represented by the global M2 money supply. Now, this is crazy, but the global M2 money supply line, this yellow line, just keeps going up. And it actually just took off vertical on the right side of the graph here, you can see. So it hasn't slowed down. It continues to accelerate. It's actually very close to its previous all-time highs. And at this particular trajectory, I wouldn't be surprised if it actually surpasses the all-time highs, which is some of your guys' concern. You're saying, oh, how can Bitcoin or these other things make a new all-time high if the global M2 money supply has not yet made a new all-time high? Well, pretty soon that argument's gonna be moot because it looks like it's heading that direction very rapidly. I mean, look at this last move up here. Some people thought, oh, maybe this is the top. Nope, it took another leg up. So it's looking like, if this correlation holds true, that the rally for stocks, Bitcoin, and cryptocurrency is going to be epic. It's going to be utterly epic. And the date with which it starts to blast off will be approximately March 25th. And it looks like it's going to go for about 6 weeks so far. That's not even saying it's over. It's just that's how much graph data we have so far. 6 weeks of a massive move up. So that would put us from March 25th at the start of this move all the way to May 14th. And I don't want to go over all of this again. So if you don't understand how the global M2 money supply line is showing a predictive correlation to Bitcoin and the stock market, please watch the last couple of videos I made where I dive much more in depth into this correlation and my thoughts as to why that could even be. It's not that we have future data for the M2 supply line. This seems to be a common misconception. This is not future data. Some people are like, how'd you get the future data? This is not future data. This is the present data slid forward. This yellow line is pushed forward. And it seems to be that's the correlation required to match the price charts. So I just wanted to put that out there. This global M2 supply line is not some like seeing into the future imaginary data. This is the actual data. And this is the actual correlation that I personally think fits best. If you think that a different offset, a different sliding forward of this yellow line fits better, then please be my guest, use a different offset. You can see currently I'm using an offset of 70 here. I think that fits, roughly speaking, pretty well. I've looked at this so much, as you probably know if you've watched some of my past videos. I shared the script in my last video. If you want this global M2 money supply line script, please add it to your TradingView account and play around with it. Change this to 46 days or 107 days or whatever you feel you think matches best, because I'm just showing you what I think looks best. I could be wrong. It could be less. We could take off sooner. We could take off later. We could not take off at all. This is just my observation, and I don't want anyone making trading decisions based on my observation. You should verify this for yourself. You can do whatever you want. I'm not trying to tell you what you should trade or not trade on this. This is not a guarantee. This is an opinion, an observation. And I'm really curious to see how this plays out. So let's watch this together and let's see what happens. And again, please watch my last couple of videos so you can understand the exact mechanics behind how I came to drawing this chart the way it's shown right now. But as it stands, I'm very excited and I look forward to, and I feel a bit reassured. I don't know about you guys, but with this recent, very scary price action, this to me is my beacon of light, like my hope that we're not just going to Hades. We're gonna actually have a massive, potentially massive run up that I think is gonna take a lot of people by surprise. I do see a lot of doubters of this. And just to share the correlation, someone actually calculated the correlation of the global M2 money supply line as it related to Bitcoin. And they came up with a figure of 0.8. So that's pretty dang good. That's like an 80% correlation to Bitcoin. I'll take an 80% correlation any day of the week if I'm making a bet based on odds. So it's not that this line is always 100% matching. I mean, you can see right here, this is a good example of this part of the chart not matching with this part of the chart. But if that's all you focus on, you're focusing on the 20% that doesn't match. How about all this 80% that does match? And even right here, this part and this part matches. That's the part that we're focusing on. And there's nothing that's 100% guaranteed in life. So if you're looking for that, you're never going to find it. But I love an 80% correlation. So for me, this looks pretty strong. This looks pretty compelling. 25th of March to at least the 14th of May, a massive, massive liquidity injection globally that's likely, in my opinion, going to fuel the next leg up for Bitcoin and risk assets, including the stock market. Thanks very much, guys. Hope you're doing well. Have a great day.